Here I am showing you Rebecca Gagne's Google Classroom site for one of her classes. I just chose to do the first one on my personal stream, which is Science Block A. I have 4 classes: Block A, Block B, Block C. For the most part, all of the Google Classrooms are the same. The only differences are the students, so the people, and for different students that are absent, they might get assigned different assignments that are able to be done online versus on paper than the students in class finished. So for the most part, all 4 blocks are exactly the same Google Classroom, and it's the same setup. On my stream, I don't have the assignments linked. Instead, I have important information and study tools reminders for any upcoming assessments or projects. So for example, we had a summative assessment during the first week of April, so I had a self-paced practice Kahoot that I had set up and linked for students. Another example, the study guide for that assessment, some vocabulary words as a reminder that we had talked about on a day, a reminder for a quiz and a poster, more study tools. So whenever we have a large either summative or formative assessment, they'll find some hints and reminders in the stream. In the classwork, I have created each week has its own topic. So you'll see the week before vacation, the week before that, the week of March into April. You'll see that it's set up the exact same way from the very beginning of the year. So it has been consistent and the same for students. As we are now not tracking COVID related illnesses, we are not required to post every single thing into Google Classroom. However, I still post regularly, daily, for students that were absent and when there is important information that students might need to be able to finish an assignment at home. So for example, I didn't have anyone absent in class when we did our gestation graphing activity. However, there were some students that did not finish that might have utilized the slides that were presented in class. So I did give students the instructions that were written on the board and access to the slides, and it looks like I did have one person turn in that little assignment. So I did create an assignment for that just because there was some writing, so students chose to type it instead of write the answers to the questions. This would be just some material or content, so let's take a peek at what that was. So we were talking about external and internal fertilization, and I posted the slides, and we'll just take a peek. Students can't edit these slides to help them complete their skeleton notes. Again, the week before, I posted a material for all students, instructions to a poster project for sea sponges and jellyfish, and this April 7th and 8th was only assigned to two people because they were absent and at least they got access to what all the students had access to. And I have set it up that way since the nurse in the district decided they were going to stop tracking COVID. When we were tracking COVID and students were out frequently, we'll say, February 14th to the 18th was the week before they started not tracking anymore. You'll say I have something for every single day of the week posted to all students, so that way if they were out for any reason, they have access to it. Students know to check, they know to turn in when they are done. If for some reason they lost a paper and they would prefer to do it online and they ask me, very easily I can create, reuse a post and assign it just to them. And students use the Google Classroom for just making sure they're caught up on assignments and having another way to complete their assignments.